Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Jalea Creations, and guys, I am loving my nails. I never want to take this set off. I'm so excited. It's a new day, you guys. We're gonna be basically doing a budget for a client that's working to pay off $33,000 worth of debt in the span of 16 months, you guys. So we've made this plan for her to get it off in 16 months or pay it off. So she wants me to record this video and repost it on my YT channel, and of course I don't mind sharing, but please guys, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to make sure you like this video. Go ahead. Alright, once you hit that like button, okay, let's get into it. And if you're new here, welcome to the Budget Babe family, guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos that I post. I post every Wednesday and every Saturday, so I'll be back with another video on Saturday. But thank you guys again for all your support. Let's jump straight into it. You know, we're going to start with a monthly budget and do a debt payoff. We didn't break this down to a bi-weekly budget, so we're just doing a monthly and then doing a breakdown of our debt payoff list. So let's start. Alright you guys, so according to our budget, $42.43 is what's coming out per month. So we're going to go ahead and find our cash surplus. What is our cash surplus? It's going to be our full income, which is coming in per month, minus what's going out per month. So this is going to tell us what we have left over to put towards our savings or towards our debt. So $54.40 is our monthly income, minus $42.43, which is coming out, means we have $12.97 left over after bills and expenses that we're going to contribute towards our debt. So now let's set up our debt payoff list. Alright you guys, so we're going to go ahead and set up a debt payoff list. So in here we're going to write down the balances, the minimum payments, the creditor, and all of that stuff on each debt. So if you want to add your interest rates, you can. I'm not going to write the interest rates because I always round up, but we're going to go ahead and write this list, and then we're going to talk about our steps that we're going to use. Alright you guys, after writing down our debt payoff list, according to our budget that we set here, look how much we spend a month on credit card minimums. So remember, this is the money that we have left over after all of our bills and expenses. So starting this July, our cash surplus will be 12, or you know, we're gonna say June, because we still have time here for the end of June. So we're gonna go ahead and do this as June's budget. So the end of June, we technically would have $12.97 left over after our bills and expenses. So $12.97 is our cash surplus. Based on the balances of these cards, you guys, we're going to go ahead and pay off our smallest credit card to our biggest credit card regardless of the interest. So our goal here for June is going to be to pay off the City card and the FNBO card. That's all we have enough for with our cash surplus. So 415 plus 607 is going to total to 1022. So we're going to go ahead and take the money we have left over, $12.97. And we're going to go ahead and pay off those two cards and put $275 in our savings. So we're going to make our goal to knock out the smaller cards and work our way to the bigger cards based off how much money we have left over and based off her plan. So we want to still build a savings while paying off debt. So this is going to be the best process for us. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add these minimums back into our cash surplus. So basically starting July, this $80 minimums that we were paying on both of those cards combined together will go back into the money we have left over. So $12.97 plus $80 from both of the minimums combined is going to be $13.77. So guys, remember, every time we pay off a debt, this balance is going to get smaller because it's no longer a part of our expenses. So this number at the bottom, our cash surplus, is going to increase as we pay off debt. So now we're going to go to the next card. All right, for our next month here, guys, we have $13.77 left over. Our next smallest card is going to be our Quicksilver. So that's the one we are going to pay off next. Keep in mind, guys, we are paying the minimums on all of these cards. I'm acting as if we haven't so we could cover any interest that accumulates. So if you know from just paying the minimum, it's almost like that card isn't moving at all. So that's why we're still starting with the beginning balance here. So we're going to go ahead and take $13.77 and minus it by $7.35, which is going to give us $6.42 to put in our savings. So just like that, we went ahead and we paid off another credit card. So starting August, the Quicksilver minimum of $25. We're going to go ahead and add that back into this $13.77 because that's the money we have left over after bills and expenses, and we no longer have to pay that minimum anymore. So $14.02 is going to be our new cash surplus starting this August. Alright, you guys, with $14.07 here, usually we would go and pay off the Discover card, but that's our next credit card. But we're going to go ahead and pay off this furniture because it's interest free till November. So we're going to pay off furniture, which had a balance of $24.84, and we're going to go ahead and subtract what we've paid on furniture. So we're going to go ahead and take $87 times 2 months, which is going to be $174. So we're going to go ahead and take $24.84 and we're going to minus this by $174. $24.84 minus $174 is going to give us a balance on the furniture of $23.10. So starting August and September, we're going to go ahead and combine our two cash surpluses. So the furniture interest rate probably wouldn't be that high depending on what she has or who she's tied to with her furniture, but we want to go ahead and get that out the way while it's interest free so we're not paying extra on it. So $28.04 minus $23.10 is going to give us $4.94 to put in our savings. So $4.94 is what's going to go in our savings. And just like that, starting October, we no longer have to pay this $87 minimum from furniture anymore. So this $87 is $14.02 is going to add $87 back into it, which is going to total to $14.89 here for our cash surplus. All right, you guys, now we're in October. We have a cash surplus here of $14.89. So we're going to go ahead and combine our cash surplus for 2 months. So we're going to take $14.89 times 2, which is going to give us $29.78. And with $29.78, we're going to go ahead and pay off our next smallest balance, which is going to be the Discover credit card. We're going to go ahead and knock this out the park. Discover, which has a balance of $19.38. Once again, guys, it could be smaller since we have been paying the minimum, but we're rounding up. So minus $19.38 is going to be $10.04. or $10.40 in our savings. And once again, guys, we can pull from our savings to pay off debt quicker, but because we're putting huge amounts of money towards debt each month, I recommend that you use this as a cushion to give yourself some space there if you need it. So boom, we have $10.40 in our savings, and just like that, we paid off Discover, which has a $66 minimum. So starting this December, we no longer have to pay that $66 minimum. So $14.89 plus 66. This was our previous cash surplus, is going to be $15.55. So starting December, our cash surplus increased to $15.55 here. Guys, now that we made it to December, our cash surplus is $15.55. We're gonna go ahead and work on paying the Apple credit card. We don't have enough to pay that off with just 1 month of our cash surplus, so we're gonna go ahead and combine our cash surplus for 2 months here. So $15.55 times 2 is going to give us $31.10, and then we're gonna go ahead and pay off Apple, which has a balance of $27.23. It could be smaller around this time since we have been paying the minimum, you guys, but once again, we're rounding up. So $31.10 minus $27.23 is going to be $3.87 in our savings. And just like that, we tackled our Apple card. So starting February, we're going to take $15.55 and we're going to go ahead and add a $77 minimum back into our cash surplus, now putting us at $16.32. Just with paying off debt, we've already basically added $400 back into our cash surplus, you guys. This is why it's so important to pay off your debt, because look how much you spend in just minimums per month. So now we're going to go ahead and work on our next card. Alright, you guys, now once we get to February, January, February, March, we're going to go ahead and add this $16.32 together. $16.32 times 2 is going to give us $32.64, and we're going to go ahead and pay off Amazon, which has a balance of $32.75. So we're just going to have to pull a difference from savings. No point of extending that for extra few months, so we'll just pull from our savings to make sure we get that one paid off, since it doesn't have such a big balance left over. So once we pay off Amazon, we no longer have to pay that $108 minimum. So we're going to take January, February, March, April. We're going to go ahead and add $16.32 plus $108, which is going to total us to $17.40. All right, and with $17.40, we're going to go ahead and work on our next card. We are almost done. So once we get to April, we're going to go ahead and work on paying off the Capital One. So January, February, March, April, May, we're going to combine our cash surplus for 2 months, and we're going to go ahead and pay off Capital One. And keep in mind, guys, I'm rounding up, so this is the worst case scenario. So it may be smaller by the time we get here. We're still going to be putting $115 minimum on top of the $17.40. $17.40 times 2 is going to give us $34.80. And then the Capital One has a balance of $33.85. So let's go ahead and find out what we have left. $33.85. I'm going to go ahead and put $95 in our savings here. Boom, that's how much is going to go in our savings. And just like that, our Capital One is now paid off. Woot woot woot. So now we no longer have to pay that balance anymore. So starting June, we're going to go ahead and take the $115 minimum we were paying and add it back into the $17.40. which is going to total to $1,855. And now we are almost done, you guys. We only have 2 more debts left. We have our dental and we have the PayPal. Okay, so we're down to the last 2 big ones, which is going to be our dental and our PayPal, which holds the highest one. We're gonna go ahead and get this dental out the way because it does accumulate interest. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, hold on, I think I did my math wrong on this capital one, guys. So 1632 plus, what was the minimum on Amazon? 108, 740. Oh no, that's right. Okay, I just wanted to do a math check there. All right, so we actually have more than we expected. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break this down, you guys, and we're gonna work on paying off the dental. We're gonna go ahead and get this out the way because if I'm not mistaken, the dental is accumulating interest, I think she stated. So the dental has a balance of $6,400. We're going to go ahead and tackle this real quick. We're going to go ahead and put $1,500 of this towards debt so we can get this paid off quicker. And then we're going to go ahead and put $355 of this in our savings. So that way, instead of putting the full $1,800 towards the dental, we're going to break this down and put some to our savings and some towards the dental. So now we're going to take $6,400 and we're going to divide it by 1,500 because that's what we're putting towards the dental. We're looking at basically 4.5 months, so we're going to round up to 5. And keep in mind, we're still going to be putting 1,500 on top of a $200 minimum, so this is worst case scenario. So June, July, August, September, October, 2, 4, 5, and we're going to put 1,500. I'm just going to write this out. I know my visual learners, it helps when you see things written out. 1,500. 1,500. Alright, so 1,500 times 5 months is going to give us 7,500. With 7,500, we can go ahead and pay off the dental, which has a balance of 6,400, giving us 1,100 in our savings. And then just like that, we were also saving $355 for the last 5 months. So if we put that in our savings, we're going to take $355 and times that by 5 months is going to be $1,775. That's going to go in our savings. So not only did we pay off a huge chunk of debt, we were also able to put a cushion into our savings. Alright, you guys, so now we are down to the last card, which is going to be the PayPal. So starting November, we're going to be working on paying off the PayPal, which has a balance of $12,805 with a $407 minimum. So we're going to go back to this original cash surplus, which was $1,855 plus $200 because we no longer have to pay the minimum on that dental. So our cash surplus is now going to be $2,055. So let's go ahead and cross off the dental here because we didn't cross it off before. So now, guys, we're going to go ahead and work on paying off the PayPal. So we're going to go ahead and pay this off by doing a breakdown again. We're going to go ahead and put 1,500 of this towards debt. And keep in mind, we're still paying a $407 minimum. So technically, we're putting $1,900 on top of that card each month. We're just using our minimum as our interest barrier. And then we're going to go ahead and put 555 of this in our savings. So because I'm running out of room, we're going to go ahead and round up here and just write down how long it would take. So $12,805. If we take $12,805 and we divide that by 1,500, it'll take roughly 9 months to pay off here. So we're going to go ahead and take 1,500 times 9 months. 1,500 times 9 months will give us $13,500. Then we can go ahead and pay off PayPal, which has a balance of $12,805. 15,000 minus 12,805 will give us $695 in our savings. And then keep in mind, we were already putting $555 in our savings for the last 9 months as well. So 555 times 9 months is going to be $49.95 in our savings. Sorry y'all, it's really small, but we wanted to get it in there. So boom, just like that, we'll technically officially be debt free that upcoming year of August. I don't know why I thought we paid this off earlier. I don't know if I did my math wrong or I was thinking of another budget I've done. Y'all gotta bear with me, I've done so many budgets. But the span of this budget is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 plus 9 is 27 months. So would technically take us 27 months to pay off this debt here. I don't know why I quoted way shorter than that, but hey, it may honestly be quicker than that because we are still paying our minimums. So then let's go ahead and add this up, how much we have in our savings. 275 plus 642 plus 494 plus 1040 plus 387 plus $95 plus 1100 plus 1775 plus 695 plus 49.95. We roughly saved 11 grand for that whole time we were paying off debt. So not only did we become debt free starting August of the next year, we'll also have 11 grand in our savings. We no longer have to pay this $407 minimum. So our new cash surplus is going to be $20.55 plus $407 for her to now save each month. So guys, let's do an overcap of what we did here one more time. So we went and we set up a budget. Our goal was to pay off debt. We figured out what was coming in and what was going out each month. And then we set up our debt payoff plan. So we did the snowball method where we paid off our smallest card to our biggest card regardless of interest. That way we can build a savings and pay off debt, which would take us a span of 27 months to pay off. I hope this was helpful to anybody that was watching. Thank you again, Budget Babe, for allowing me to do this example. I think it's going to help somebody that may be in need or in the same position as well. But guys, remember, debt is a process. It's not an overnight situation. So you got this. Those 27 months are going to go by regardless. Let's have 27 months of progress than 27 months of regret. Make sure you guys hit that like button again, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. And then make sure you check out some products at JuliaCreations.com so you can get started on your budget journey today as well. Bye, you guys.